Andy is a 20-year-old college student who saved up money for 9 months to buy himself his dream car, a Tesla Model 3 Performance. He just exited the freeway and was waiting at a traffic light about to make a left turn. Check out what happened when the light turned green. Andy was T-boned by another car which ran a red light. The impact was so hard it spun his car 180 degrees. There was already a police officer down the street who had another vehicle pulled over. When he heard the crash, he rushed over, so the police were on the scene within 15 seconds of the accident happening. Andy was taken to the hospital for a mild concussion as well as neck and back pain. The police report, along with the Teslacam footage, confirmed that the other driver was 100% at fault for running a red light. Both cars were declared a total loss, and Andy was cut a check for roughly $70,000 US, $64,000 for the vehicle itself, and $6,000 to cover California taxes. The first time David drove his new Model Y to work, he was met with some extreme curiosity. The day after word got around to his coworkers that his car records everything, they got very creative. I don't even know what to say here. What is even going on? Tim had only owned his Model Y for 7 days when this happened. As he was stopped at a light, a silver SUV flew past in the right turn only lane and ran the red light. Plenty of other people were already helping the accident victims, so Tim pulled into a nearby gas station and called emergency services. Since he had footage of the incident, they told him he didn't need to stay and that he could just email them the footage, which he did. Corey was driving his Model 3 in California when the guy beside him apparently didn't want to be overtaken by a Tesla. He punched the gas on the wet road and lost control, hitting Corey's Tesla on the right side before bouncing off and spinning off the road. It turned out the other driver was an 18-year-old unlicensed and uninsured driver. He said he'd just purchased his truck and he broke an axle in the accident. The responding police officer and the insurance company loved having the video so they could get the full story. Corey's insurance company eventually fixed his Tesla thanks to his uninsured motorist coverage. Joshua was driving his Model Y through an intersection in Arlington, Texas when he was hit by a driver who wasn't paying attention and completely ran a red light. The other driver hit Joshua's Tesla in the passenger side quarter panel. Luckily, nobody was severely injured. The police were quick to arrive at the scene of the accident, and Joshua filed both a police report and an insurance claim on site. The repair bill for the Tesla was just over $20,000 US, and it took about 30 days to repair the damage. Bennett was exiting a freeway in his Tesla when he heard a loud crash behind him. When he looked back, he saw a car flying through the air. Bennett quickly pulled over and started to back up. After getting out of his car, he rushed over to the driver to make sure he was okay. Miraculously, he was fine, but he was trapped inside the car. Several other drivers stopped and they were able to smash the driver's side window, and the driver was able to crawl out. Both police and ambulance arrived within 5 minutes. Michael had parked his one-day-old Model 3 on the streets in Bentonville, Arkansas. When he came back, he found his first ever Sentry mode event. A couple of girls posed for a selfie when the Tesla laser went off. That sent them running. Michael found it funny, and he was relieved that this Sentry mode event was of the friendly variety. Also, I'm pretty sure this is our first submission from Arkansas. Thanks for that, Michael. We're looking forward to more. John owns a Model 3, but was picking up his Honda from the shop. Wait, what? Is this video from a Honda? OMG, we are about to bump into something. Actually, John spotted a truck tipping over and causing a rather scary crash. He enjoys the Teslacam feature so much that he put an aftermarket dashcam in his Honda. We've gotta say, the video quality and color on this Viofo dashcam is great. We put a link to it in the description. By the way, I use the same brand of dashcam in my own car. Kurt was using autopilot at 75 miles per hour on the HOV lane on I-69 in Houston, Texas, when he noticed a car driving abnormally and drifting between lanes. All of a sudden, the car drifted all the way out to the on-ramp, hitting a pickup truck that was merging onto the highway. The pickup then hit a semi before spinning out and hitting another pickup truck directly in front of Kurt. Kurt gathered up all the video evidence from the guy swerving all over the road all the way to the accident and sent it to the local police department. This is actually the second video submission we've received from Kurt. Last year, he sent us a video in which he crashed his Model X, and this actually marks the 1-year anniversary from that crash. Kurt asked us to give a shout out to his kids Allison and Zachary, who are avid Wham Bam viewers. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope next year's anniversary video submission is a bit calmer. You guys are a crash magnet. Gon was supercharging his Model 3 and listening to music in El Segundo, California when he saw a light coming down from the sky. He quickly saved the footage and looked up online that it was a meteor falling from the sky and into the Pacific Ocean.
Wish for Sentry granted.
Torje and his dad were driving their Model 3 in a tunnel in Norway when something fell out of a truck and hit them. Luckily, it hit the frame and the glass roof didn't break, so neither of them got hurt. They contacted the driver and sent him the video. The other driver agreed to pay for the damages, but the car has since been in the repair shop for 2 months. Watch what happened when Dale was driving his Model 3 in Australia. Dale spoke to the owners of the shop near the power lines. They thought the huge flash was caused by a lightning strike. Dale says the flash was 1,000 times brighter in person than what it looks like on camera, and the sound was incredible, vibrating the car with a deep electric sound. Rick had to stop at a convenience store on his way to Florida when a sheriff's deputy pulled up next to him. The deputy got out and took a prisoner out of her back seat, who promptly leaned up against Rick's Tesla with his handcuffs on. It's too bad Teslacam doesn't record audio because it was the clinking of the handcuffs that got Rick's attention. The deputy did apologize as she walked by while he sat in the driver's seat, wondering if this clip might be good enough to make it into an episode of Wham Bam Teslacam. Thankfully, there was no damage to his Tesla, and we're happy to announce that his video did make it on the show. Thanks for sharing, Rick. Chris was driving his Model Y in Putnam, Connecticut when a Volkswagen that was swerving through traffic passed him on the right. Chris promptly moved to the left to let a black SUV fly by, as it looked like they were very eager to catch up to the VW. Sure enough, the SUV caught up to the VW, and it turns out the SUV was an unmarked police car. Instant karma is best served ice cold. Ryder was headed home in his Tesla when the driver of a Toyota Tacoma turned out of a parking lot ahead of him. Ryder signaled and changed lanes, but as he entered the left lane, the Tacoma decided to perform an illegal U-turn, causing Ryder to collide with the back of his truck. The pickup driver lied and said he was turning left at the intersection and that Ryder had hit him. Police were summoned, and they easily determined the Tacoma driver was at fault. Ryder had to get his Tesla towed and filed an insurance claim. The Tacoma had almost no damage due to the truck being lifted and the Tesla mostly sliding underneath it. Still, the Tacoma driver's insurance company paid to fix Ryder's Tesla, spending about $10,000 to repair the damage. Kim was driving home from work when she witnessed the infamous Honda bump. This time, though, the Honda driver hit a curb instead of a Tesla, providing Kim with a water show. Daniel was driving his Model X in Staten Island when an SUV veered off the other side of the highway, jumped 2 guardrails while crossing the median, and ended up on the other side of the highway going the wrong direction. The impact of the SUV into the ground between the guardrails kicked up rocks, which cracked Daniel's windshield and dented and scratched the hood and side panels. The police chose not to make an official report about the incident after Daniel notified them, but the damage was covered by his insurance because the Teslacam footage proved it wasn't his fault. Levi was driving home with some fast food when he suddenly found himself in the middle of a downpour. He said he'd usually engage Autopilot and eat his food, but he didn't want to be caught with a burger in his hand if Autopilot wanted him to take over because of the rain. As he was coming down a hill, he set the cruise speed to 50 miles per hour and soon caught up to this van. Before he could pass it, the rear end of his Tesla lost traction and he did a 360-degree turn into the turning lane and almost into oncoming lanes. One of the fast food cups exploded and soda went everywhere in the car and on himself. He was able to drive a short distance before getting out to inspect the damage. The front underpinning had popped out and all the plastic push tabs were missing. He had to drive 20 miles per hour all the way home in the pouring rain. The next day, he was able to fix the front and examine the damage to the side skirt. He also had to remove a ton of grass from his suspension. While Rick was driving 70 miles per hour with Autopilot engaged on I-80 in Vacaville, California, a vehicle passed at a high rate of speed and rear-ended another motorist. As a volunteer firefighter, Rick felt obligated to stop and assist the motorist that had been rear-ended. The other driver only had minor injuries and was very happy that the Teslacam captured the incident on video. The California Highway Patrol officer that arrived was very happy to be able to view the footage of the accident immediately at the scene. Ian was driving down a quiet country lane when his Tesla was confronted by a huge flock of sheep. On the rear camera at the end, a clever sheepdog can be seen checking if the car is an EV or an ICE car. We're pretty sure that if it was an ICE car, he probably would have growled. Thanks for watching, everyone. Please consider subscribing if you enjoy the show. We really appreciate it. See you soon!